Let's embark on a delightful journey full of discoveries about a food that raises many questions at the table for those living with diabetes. White rice. This beloved companion of Brazilian cuisine is a staple in many homes. But can it be included in your diet without worry? The answer is a bit more complex. But don't despair. With balance and smart food choices, white rice can indeed find its place in your diet. Picture yourself in the kitchen. The aroma of rice cooking fills the air, and that bright white plate of rice seems to be calling your name. But suddenly, you remember the guidelines for diabetes, and doubt creeps in. Can I eat it? In this video, we'll explore this question together in a very practical way. We'll start with a portion of raw rice. See how those small, shiny grains hold so much flavor potential. But we can't stop there. It's time to look at the nutritional table. White rice is a source of carbohydrates, essential for our energy, but it's crucial to pay attention. These carbs have a direct impact on blood sugar levels, and that's where we need to be smart. Now, let's focus on cooked rice, because that's how most people actually consume it. Imagine that fluffy rice on your plate, paired with juicy grilled chicken or a tasty feijoada. The question remains, how can we enjoy these moments in a way that works for you? Get ready to discover how to make smart choices and still savor this treat. Picture yourself in your kitchen, the welcoming smell of home-cooked food surrounding you. In front of you, a bag of white rice shines like a treasure, waiting to be transformed into a delicious dish. But before you begin this culinary adventure, you decide to explore what's hidden in the nutritional table. Looking closely, you uncover a revelation. In just 50 grams of raw rice, there are 171 calories. A number that might seem modest, but it's only the first chapter of this nutritional story. You discover that over 70% of this rice is made up of carbohydrates, about 39 grams. Here's a crucial point, especially if you're mindful of your health. For those with diabetes, understanding how these carbs turn into blood sugar is like solving a mystery. Every spoonful of rice carries the responsibility of making conscious choices. But don't worry. The goal here is to empower you. By understanding these numbers, you can enjoy your beloved white rice without fear, just in moderation. After all, it can be a delicious ally on your food journey. So, get ready to dive deeper into this analysis of white rice. Let's discover together how this beloved ingredient can be a part of your story in a healthy and delicious way. Ready to explore? Let's go! Imagine yourself in a cozy kitchen, where the aroma of rice begins to fill the air. But before we dive into this culinary experience, let's uncover a little secret about rice. In each portion of raw rice, there are 3.6 grams of protein. While it's not the biggest source of this nutrient, it still has value on our table. And here's a surprising fact. White rice is completely fat-free, a detail that could make a difference in your diet. Now, let's talk about what happens when we decide to cook this grain. When you add water and bring it to a boil, something magical happens. The grains swell, absorb the water, and transform into small fluffy clouds, ready to accompany your meal. But wait, this transformation is not just a visual feast. It also changes the nutritional table. With the increase in volume, the calories per serving and the concentration of carbohydrates also change. So, how do you know if rice is the right choice for you? Let's explore this together. The first step is always paying attention to the amount you put on your plate. At a family dinner, it's easy to get carried away and serve more rice than necessary. Here are some quick tips. When cooking, how about mixing rice with colorful vegetables or lean proteins? Besides boosting the nutritional value, you add flavor and variety to your meal, turning each dish into a true celebration of colors and flavors. Ready to cook with more awareness and creativity? Let's go! Imagine yourself in your kitchen, the soft morning light illuminating the room. The fresh smell of raw rice begins to fill the air. You grab a pot, add water, and as the liquid bubbles, a mystery unfolds. The rice, in its dry and compact form, is like a small gem holding a treasure inside each grain. But for that potential to be revealed, it needs something special. Water. When you add it, something magical happens. The grains, once so firm, begin to absorb the moisture, swelling and growing. It's as if they are waking up from a long sleep, revealing their transformation. Water is not just an ingredient. It's an artist. As the grains become softer, the water dilutes the concentrated nutrients, spreading them evenly. This dance of the grains turns into a vibrant spectacle, where each one seems to almost dance on the plate, inviting you to taste it. In the end, You're not just cooking rice. You're creating a nutritional masterpiece. Every bite is a reminder of how understanding the foods we choose can make all the difference in our health. Let's continue this journey together, exploring the secrets of nutrition. Let's embark on a small journey through the world of rice, a food that many know but few truly understand in depth. Imagine yourself in your kitchen, holding 50 grams of uncooked white rice. At first glance you might not realize it, but this small handful contains almost 40 grams of carbohydrates, the energy that will fuel your body, just like the fuel that powers a car. Now, let's start cooking. You place the pot on the stove and watch the magic happen. With heat, the rice begins to dance in the hot water. Each grain absorbs the moisture and, like a spell, it expands, doubling in size. By the end of this process, you're left with 100 grams of cooked rice. But here's the surprise. The amount of carbohydrates has dropped to around 28 grams. It's as if the rice is whispering, "Yes, I'm bigger, but my energy didn't grow along with me." This transformation happens because, as it fills with water, the carbohydrate density dilutes, making them lighter. So next time you're cooking rice, remember, each grain you serve is more than just a simple food. It's a story of nutrition and transformation, a symbol of lightness and flavor intertwined in a single dish. Once upon a time, there was a magical grain called rice. Small but full of surprises, it carries about 2.5 grams of protein. True heroes that help build and strengthen our muscles. But, like every hero, it has its secrets. Did you know rice has just a tiny pinch of fat? Only 0.23 grams, almost invisible to the eye, but harmless to anyone. However, what happens when you decide to add a special touch to your rice? Picture yourself in the kitchen, with a bottle of oil or a spoonful of butter in hand. A simple gesture can transform your meal into something much more caloric and rich in fat. The rice stays healthy, but the sides can change the story of your diet. And if you think about white rice, it's like a loyal friend, always present at our tables. The good news is that we can enjoy it guilt-free, as long as we eat it in moderation. Consuming up to 100 grams of cooked rice in a meal can be a great choice, especially if you're watching your glucose levels. Think of it as a superpower. Rice can help keep your sugar levels in check, whether in the morning or after meals. So, how about adding this magical grain to your routine, always keeping balance in mind? Rice can be your ally in a journey of health and flavor. Picture yourself in your kitchen, surrounded by a vibrant palette of colors and irresistible aromas. In front of you, a clean plate gleams, eagerly awaiting the magic you are about to create. Rice, a humble protagonist, is about to be elevated to a new level. Let's discover together how to make it even more special. As you start cooking, keep something essential in mind. The choices we make in the kitchen can transform not only our dish but also our health. And here's a valuable tip. How about adding a generous dose of protein to your rice? Imagine the juiciness of a grilled piece of meat, the crunchiness of golden chicken, the lightness of a fresh fish fillet, or even the simplicity of a boiled egg. These ingredients not only enhance the flavor but also create a healthy feast your body will thank you for. Now, let's visualize the plate coming to life. How about including an explosion of colors with vegetables? Think of vibrant red tomatoes, deep purple cabbage, the freshness of green taioba, and the crisp leaves of lettuce, watercress, and arugula. Each ingredient not only beautifies your plate but also brings essential nutrients that help keep your health on track. But here comes a challenge. Let's limit the amount of rice to a maximum of 100 grams. It may seem like a small amount, but it's a smart strategy to manage glucose levels. If your goal is to keep glucose in check, it might be time to rethink your portions. And don't worry, we don't need to say goodbye to rice. Think of it as a game. Avoid combining it with other carbohydrates, like fries, and it will be much easier to maintain balanced sugar levels. Remember, rice has a high glycemic index and can raise glucose levels quickly. However, if we use it strategically, it can find its place on your plate without causing any issues. So, as you prepare your meals, be smart. Every choice is an opportunity to take care of yourself. Together, we can walk the path to healthier and more delicious eating, one step at a time, plate by plate. Subscribe to the channel.